Thanks.
Hello? Hello? Is anybody in there? Hello?
I think it's working.
Yes, we had a good teacher this
Oh, I'm sure.
Right, so your audio and everything's on.
morning.
Your audio and everything's on and your screen's shared, so.
Let somebody in here.
She's doing something.
Huh? It's YouTube Live. So they just get on YouTube to watch it. So you don't have to let anybody in. You can just be the. And then if you go too far, use the interrupt.
Jack needs to be in the how to get paid.
There you go.
You can do that. Your inner space or arrow, whatever you want. Okay. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I saw.
Like, no, it's your personal. It is, but what about the.
There to teach with.
There's a. Like, even when I put a picture in there, it's
The flags for my
stop that there's no picture at the time. Can I go in and then maybe I'll pull it up and then show you, because.
We will have that. Some of the vibe would be good.
Yeah, there's no. Cause I thought this, the you guys were different.
Yeah, well, usually, whatever.
Yeah, but going-
So the camera's going live.
They did
nothing?
The camera's like straight down there. And
Cause I see
it's
it's
live
red.
now.
It's live, but it's not recording.
No, you're live.
Good morning.
Ready?
Well, you try.
Ready?
What's that?
Ready for you?
Lexi.
Yeah, because I thought you was talking about it.
I like racer.
I was like, you have, you just talk, you make a video, but it's not that, that's something to be.
These days, but it's.
No, I'm not talking about the.
Unless you do it, and then he does.
It's all, man, did you see, well, I'll say.
He keeps talking about
Ellie,
anything.
your personal. That's what I'm
Like,
thinking.
what theme of that is that? It's on good. So that's all, yeah, look at it, I'm just not cheating.
Okay.
And then, so once you're out now, last we can talk to Lexi.
Okay, sorry.
Oh.
Is it his house? Yeah. So it was like the. He's lived there, yeah, it's his home.
What's that?
What inspection meeting?
What's your name again?
I appreciate this. They did this on this.
Oh, really?
I spent.
No!
a bunch of options.
So I know you've been to several sessions. How many have you been? Something.
Maybe one or two.
One or two.
I've been the one, I came to, Stevens, I think last.
Okay, good.
I've been watching them online now.
Oh, okay.
That's something else.
Yeah, sure you have.
God.
Well, I haven't watched them online, but yes, I know.
And you think it's.
Yeah.
So I just.
Same thing, so you don't have to look. You don't have to look. Show her where the slides.
I don't have that.
Okay, Heather, can you show Linda where the slides are, so she can.
Yeah, open from me.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, Lord. That school traffic is on.
Mm-hmm.
Usually doesn't take. Years. Back into that. Tried 11 houses this weekend. And Richmond, Manchester. Yeah, all of them. Well, we had Ross's parents were here, they got here Thursday. Or actually Wednesday night, we had them Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they left yesterday morning. So I pretty much just didn't do anything, but I. Yesterday, I picked it. Alright, so go to the next.
Okay, I'm listening, cause I can. There's connect.
Yes.
Mhm.
Type in good night. And then it'll come with. That's my stuff.
Okay, well, that'd be why. What you spell?
No. IG
Mhm.
N. G. And then if you, it's all mixed up, so if you want a manual, you can print it out here. And then if you go down, they're all mixed up, so you kind of have to scroll through, and we are on session 6, so it might be, I think it's about 4.
It says session 5, lead generation signs, is that it?
No, it's 6. Grow your
Oh, grow
business,
your
session
business.
6. So, like I said, they're all mixed up, so I think it's on. That was, Friday.
Yeah, there, yeah, throw in your database, okay. What's happening?
Oh, this
Hey, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. You guys are in for a treat. Mr. Jon Bentley with a mic. I love this. Yes. See what happens. I got Gary here, my emotional support, with the perfect process. Yeah, he's getting ready for bowl. Are you ready for bowl?
I don't know that I am. I think I need a pep talk. Hey, I think I need a phone call from the agent advocate
Yeah.
committee chair.
Yeah, I know. He's been slacking.
Because I don't have.
That's what happens to me. Solo agent is the same too.
Cool, it's a good lady, you're welcome. You're always helpful, thank you so much.
I think I have my before, I'm 30.
Hey, Kirby.
I noticed that.
I just took this guy, he was next to me, and he's like, how much is that house on the lake? And I was like, 157.9.
Oh,
And he says, okay, I can pay you 100,000. So I said, thanks for your offer. Only consider serious offers that are in line with their current listing price. And he goes, hey, I'm serious, and it's a cash offer. I said, they are presenting cash. However, again, the sellers are giving priority to strong, serious offers in line with their
At first.
This is not.
I know.
Y'all ready?
Here.
Let's do this.
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, I'm already 2 minutes behind and they're probably gonna.
Oh, no, you're good, I let her, so she's hilarious.
Okay, sorry. Hey, don't be any funnier than I am. This is my job. Okay. We're doing, this is session 6, growing your database. Before I start, you couple classes, has anybody, y'all been doing your 10-5-1? Okay. Do you know what 10-5-1 is? Anybody want to tell it? Heather, what's 10-5-1? Quit looking.
No,
It's about social media here.
yeah, 10 posts or 10 likes, 5 comments and a post a week,
Yes.
Oh, I've been
a
doing.
day.
Okay. Well, right, you keeping up with that? That's a good, okay, 10-5-1. They want you to do that
Every day.
every day. Yeah.
That's why it's in the activities at the end of every session.
Yes, that's an important one.
So it's right. I was here. There. And
No.
then
We don't have the book.
your. Well, it's in the slide. So, and then the D2.
All right, okay, here we go. I think I Another one, you know. Jon Bentley, I like long walks on the beach at dusk. Yeah. But I do like the beach. But anyway, been an agent for about 5 years. Really enjoy helping people. I was actually in machining, tool and die, and industrial machine repair.
Buffalo Trace for a while.
Yeah, I worked there for a little while, and the last place I was at was, yes, this is plug for Woodford Reserve. Was there for a couple of years and, decided to go ahead and due to some life events. Try this and it's been great. Love helping people. Okay. Today, we're learning more about your database and how it affects your real estate business. In the last session, you learned about lead generation, right? All the leads you gather must go somewhere to be stored and organized, and that somewhere is your database. If you build a big enough database and you work it enough, it becomes your data bank. That's what we like to call it. Once your leads and contacts are captured in that container, your database, you can then leverage your database to cultivate relationships and generate new, repeat, and referral business. Okay, we already did the 10-5-1. Okay, which is, what is the 10-5-1, Linda?
I was just gonna have to repeat it, but I didn't write it down.
Okay, it's
10 likes, 5 comments, 1 enriching post about you, your real estate, something that you enjoy.
but it doesn't always have to be about real estate.
No, it does not have to always be about.
Because people want to know, whenever you're doing some of that stuff, don't fall into the thing, I'll just touch on this right quick, don't fall into the thing about everything you post is about real estate. You know, because people want to know that you're
Human.
a human like everyone else. Like you said,
Sometimes posting something you're interested.
yeah, if you're interested in, or somewhere you went, or a restaurant you went to, you know, that type of stuff.
Activity that you did, gardening,
Yeah,
chickens.
yeah, yeah,
kids.
kids, grandkids, nieces, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Hey, I saw one this weekend that looked really cool, about the street fair that was in Chevy Chase.
yeah.
I really wanted to go, but I had my influencer.
I went and,
How was it? I will, I wanna go next year. Small,
yeah,
Yeah.
it was small and just about every booth. It was either about, it was funny, it was either about wellness or getting fit. Probably 3/4 of them were selling beer or alcohol. Yes, yes, yeah. They had a few of them selling things like, one place selling coffees and teas. You know, bags of it that you can take home and everything.
So it was kind of like food.
No, no, it wasn't like an actual. Big thing.
Fair. I
Yeah,
thought.
a lot of the restaurants were open down through there, you know, but.
I know, British blues.
Get moved.
Yeah, there's a place that had these smoked wings, I can't think of the name of them, because we went
You can
last
smoke
year.
weed.
Swings,
Oh,
and they were awesome, and they were jumpable. On Wednesdays, if you go there,
Was it
it's the
Bear
Bear Butcher,
Yeah.
yes, and if you go there on Wednesdays, you can get half price. You can, buy one, get one, half price.
I love Bear.
So, yeah, they were there last week or so.
what challenges did anyone encounter? Maybe over the weekend, or something.
I had to show 11 houses this weekend.
11 houses,
Manchester, Richmond, Nicholasville, Lancaster.
same client or different client? Same client.
It's actually, it's Tara, it's about to show.
Okay, all right.
She's out of town, but they were like wanting to skip some houses, wanting to add some houses, it's just like trying to manage.
Yes, that is, that is tough when you have to do that, and sometimes you do have to. It's hard to go ahead and adjust. If you can adjust, you need to let the client know that. But there's a fine line there between them trying to manage you,
Yeah,
you know.
cause they're from out of state, so they were like. We were planning on splitting it up between Saturday and Sunday, and then they went ahead and were just like, we're gonna skip the last 3 today, and then we'll just make up the ones we're gonna do tomorrow tonight. It's like, oh. Well, let me call Tara, she's the one scheduling it,
Yeah, that's when,
and they were occupied houses, so we have to make sure that they now.
yeah, that's a tough one.
Were you able to get in to see the
We
movie?
did,
Well, good job.
I did not offer.
Do y'all have accountability partners?
Steven. He's our DC coach.
And their coach.
Okay, all right. Did you meet with him?
This week, no, other than the time he came in.
Yeah,
We don't see him a lot anymore.
yeah.
He hides from us.
He said there were like, isn't there like 21, 22 coaching
Yeah.
programs? Cause he and I used to meet on Fridays, but we would have a phone call on Friday, but that hasn't.
Well, he stopped the call on Fridays because they were showing up.
Well, no, I would just have a call with him when I first started, because I have a full-time job, so that's.
Okay. Yeah, you have to schedule, around that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. And I guess I can't ask, what y'all, any ahas from that? Since so, okay, all right. Let's see. Okay, what we're gonna do today is definitely, see, it says data bank on there. Build your database, feed your database, communicate with your database, service your database, recap and ahas, daily success system. Okay, all right. By the end of the session today, you will be able to identify the key information you will need for each contact in the database. Determine categories, segments for your contacts in your database. Build your business by asking your sphere of influence for referrals. To start thinking about what you will learn today, let's consider what questions you might have and what about a database you'd like to know more about. You can also look back or think back to what you learned about lead generation yesterday since our Friday, since you started to learn the basics of your database. Do you remember some of that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Great.
Okay, since we had 3, y'all can all 3 maybe bounce ideas off each other, what you might want to get out of class. Yeah, give you all a minute to come up with that. Or what you'd like to know more about.
You just come in for your,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
how do you keep it organized?
And don't do like I did at first. I didn't have a whole lot of contacts, and I'll admit it, I was not using that, but it's just like, like either doing the laundry or cutting the grass or something. You don't do it on a regular basis, it's gonna pile up.
Yeah.
And when you do it, it's harder. So start using command as soon as possible. You know somebody, put them in there. You meet somebody, put them in there. It's best to, key things are name, phone number, email, address if possible. And if it's somebody you're meeting, I know it's hard to get too much information. You don't want to sound too pushy, but try to get the phone number. I guess you can, Heather. I'm sure you're going to. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
You enter it in on the app, it will be in on instead of entering them into your phone as a contact, enter them into command first, and then you can always export them to your who your contacts are.
Yeah, that's
So
technical.
that's the tough parts, like adding them. Right, but
You're
what
stuck.
is difficult is if you enter them in as a contact on the phone and then try and switch them over to a band. Then it makes it hard.
The important thing is to go ahead and put them in there, you
Yeah.
know, and do it. You know, I know a lot of people, sometimes they'll write some stuff down, oh, I'll put it in later and stuff. If you have 5 minutes, because you'll get to where it'll be so easy to go in there, and like she said, you can do it on your phone. A few clicks, put it in there. Yeah. Okay, so that's the main thing, how do you keep up with it? Yeah. To me, it's do it. And what I do now is I set aside an hour, sometimes 2 hours a week to go in there and clean some stuff up. And another touch point you can do with people is, you know, send them a text. Say, hey, I'm updating my database. What is your birthday? Stuff like that. That's a touch point when you do that, and then when you send them something on their birthday.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
So in the database, when you want to send a text, let's say you wanna send a text to everyone, whatever, don't you have to have a paid subscription to something?
You have to have like Twilio.
Yeah, that's what.
Twilio.
Yeah.
But I think it's only like $5 a month for the first. Whatever, I don't know.
It's
No,
very,
I just tried it, cause when I was in there messing around and you have to play around with it, they've got some great videos and how to put the contacts in and all of that, and I was doing that. And then I went there and I said, oh, this is a cool feature, you click on that, and then it tells you, it pops up and says, hey, you need to have this as a subscription or whatever, so I guess it's good to have those same people in your contact, right, because then you can just send, you know, text messages or whatever from your
Yeah.
phone, but
I
that
do a
was
lot
something I didn't know.
yeah, I don't send a whole lot of text messages from there.
Mhm,
Because you have to either let them know that, hey, this is coming from me,
mhm.
because it'll show a different number and everything, so,
Gotcha, yeah.
yeah. And you know, nowadays, there's so much scam out there. So many scams, you know, so people are scared to click on stuff and everything. Yeah. Okay, your database is your business. What we call a data bank. Building up the number of names in it and a relationship with those names is really at the very core of what building real estate business is all about. What do you, well, it's kind of self-explanatory. You know, but like we were talking about, you know, put the names in there as soon as you can, as much information as you have. Set aside time in your schedule. Cause if it's not in your schedule, it won't get done. You know, it's not, we'll skip right over.
Well, and two, when you're doing your database touches, the DT is a good time to be cleaning up those.
Yeah.
Contacts.
Yeah.
Getting those birthdays, getting those notes made, and that's the one thing I really like about band is the notes section.
Yeah. Okay, have you ever thought that your database is your business?
Yes.
True. With no database, you have no business.
About it, yeah, there is no business.
Right. And the number of names in your database and the relationships you build with the people will determine your success in your business. You'll learn today how to feed and care for your database will turn into a data bank from which you will be able to predictably draw business. Exciting stuff, huh? Huh? Exciting? Kirby, is it exciting or are you working on other stuff?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. I know. It's not important to you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding you. Okay. Lynn and I joke around a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't take it. Yeah, I'm not. I was being serious, I'd walk over there and take the phone from them. But
That was hard for me at first, you know.
What's that?
Building the database because I'm in that, like, I work full time,
yeah,
so. That whole stretch, I'm here because I took some vacation this morning because I look at things and. You know, I'm thinking, okay, this is beneficial, I need to take some time off and I need to go, and I can, you know, I can do that, within reason, right? I don't want to use all my vacation, but. Cause I struggled at first, it was like, well, wait a minute, my database. And yeah, you know people, and then you start thinking, okay, the first thing is let everybody know that you sell real estate. Like, okay, so kind of let people at work know, let those folks know, but you know, there's that line where it's like, well, can I get your personal information and, you know, put you in my database? I don't wanna, you don't wanna come off as like, as pushy, they're like the salesperson or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I realized that my database are the people that I know. And the people that I know other people and so on and so forth. And so then it became much easier to
Yeah.
start writing down those contacts and all that information and things like that. Just this morning, I was thinking of somebody and I was like, oh my gosh, I can add such and such to my database. They did my bathroom. I remember I need to let her know I'm a realtor and you know, those things, because otherwise,
oh, yeah.
you know, people feel like they have to go out and pay for names, you know.
It's
I
all
know-
about relationships.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's all about relationships, and I think the average now is up to 10 years that people purchase a home and everything. Cause some people stay in there a long time, some don't, but in between that 10 years, the people in your database, they'll know somebody that's gonna be moving. So it's like you said, it's not just the people in there, it's the people that they know. And then when you go to events, yeah, you can just talk to people about that, you know, or when you're somewhere, cause I felt the same way as far as like. I've never been in sales, I don't want to sound too pushy or anything.
That's right.
So, yeah, you have some conversations and a lot of times have some meaningful conversations, but get to know them a little bit, you know, and everything, and yeah.
It's
And
like
then,
the
and then the
open
next time you can, you know, you tell them, one of the biggest things I tell people, you know, you ask them, say, what do you do? You know, if they're not working where you're working. And they'll usually tell you, oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's pretty stressful. And then you say, I'm a real estate agent and, you know, the market's been, you just tell them a little bit about the market. And the biggest thing people ask the most times is, what's the interest rates like? Yeah,
Yeah, that's what someone asked me when I did that open house, and it was so funny, because she wrote down, I had to contact us, and she wrote down, oh no, she wrote down the information, then it was funny because when she came in, she says, I'm working with a realtor, just so you know.
yeah,
But then later on, after she viewed the property or whatever, she came back and started talking about interest rates and knowing all that, then the first thing coming to my head was that, well, you got a real estate agent, you should know that information, right? I mean, maybe you did, or you get people that come in and they might write down their name and then they don't write anything else, cause that's kind of like, don't, I don't want to,
And also like figure that. People would just.
yeah, a lot of people write that stuff down, but the ones that come in on a quick note, the ones that come in. And say they're working with an agent, ask the agent's name.
She wrote it down. She wrote it down on that little paper or whatever that I had the contact list. I was going over.
Oh, so she wrote that down? Okay, all right.
Email address, because I needed to put it in my database, and yeah, she did. She
Well,
wrote
then
it
you can give a little bit of information, but I don't give too much, you know, I'm like, well. Heather can tell you about that. You're working with Heather.
Yeah.
And you know. I used to think people would think I was being mean or something and say, well, I don't like to step on any toes or anything.
Right.
You know, so Heather will take care of it. Okay, let's see. Good.
Is there gonna be an ignite session? Monday through Friday, trust me. We're gonna find somebody else.
Yeah, they have coverage,
I think
yeah,
Betsy said she would need to teach it.
okay. A database in the container in the container that holds the contact information for all your leads and contacts. We distinguish people differently based on the permissions we have to connect with them. Leads are people who have expressed interest in the service or offering of yours from social media, other marketing platforms, your website, or word of mouth. You haven't established a relationship, and yet you have the right to have a one-way conversation with them. That is to respond and begin to build a relationship. Contacts are the people you have a relationship with. They know you, you know them, and you have their permission to engage in communication with them. People who make up your sphere of influence, SOI, are considered your contacts. These people are golden. You definitely want to touch points with them often. Many top agents have very successful businesses working with their SOI, and you can too. This is why we focus on sphere in your success system time. Your first task will be to fill your database with your SOI. And yeah, have you worked on some of that, Linda? Like to get some of that going, or is there a time you can set aside, even if it's a half hour? You know?
Oh,
just
yeah,
put that stuff
I
in
did,
there.
I started adding them in again, I went back to that sign-in sheet that I had because I was asking someone about her email, because even though I got 3 different email addresses.
Yeah,
3 different email addresses, but. Yeah, and I met some people or whatever on Facebook, if someone, they live in Louisville, but someone was looking for a realtor, and I guess she has, I don't know, she has a business or whatever, and it was so funny, because I'm reading the posts, right? And I see it, and then, the one, lady that I do know, that's my daughter's friend, she was recommending other people. And then, of course, I chime in, and then I put Linda Smith, Keller Williams, Commonwealth. And then she responded like, yes, and then we had a conversation going, and we were texting back and forth, and so someone reached out and told me that I needed to contact the lady who owned the business or whatever, and it's just I guess those touch points or whatever, because I mean, well, I can tell her that, you know, I have my real estate license, but I mean, who's thinking about it, you know what I mean?
all top of mind. One thing,
Yeah.
like McDonald's, you know, I mean, you see that everywhere and hear that and all that. But top of mind, like your dentist. Do you always think of your dentist? Yeah, until you need it. Same thing with your mechanic. Or if your mechanic reached out to call you, people are like, well, they don't always answer. Well, understand, they might not need your service at that time. You can leave a voicemail. You know, just because they don't answer the phone doesn't mean they don't want to talk to you. But if it's a pattern, then yeah, might want to, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you text them and say, hey, if you don't want to talk to me, block me. No. But all right.
I recommended myself, and I'm just gonna throw it out here, let's see what happens.
Yeah, you never can tell.
If we do, if we don't, well, okay, too, but now you know.
Yeah.
And I'm in real estate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Friends and family should like always for you.
It's best to take your shot.
It's like,
I'm sure.
Okay. I'm gonna take a break just for a minute.
Okay.
No. No.
your office.
Oh, no.
Yes. He's, I. He was. PC, right? A lot. Let's see, I heard he's gonna be like the go to, because Chelsea doesn't. But also, so. Chelsea's a family. Or. Heather still in, but she wouldn't.
Where'd John go?
He had to run with the state office or take him up on top. We scared him. What you doing?
Hey?
Tomatoes.
Oh.
It's been easy the last, what, 4 times?
Huh?
I said it was easy the last 4 times because I'm going to one hand.
Yeah.
Last week was crazy.
Oh,
Awesome. John.
Okay, and we're back. Gary needed a break. You all right with you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, turn to your lead generation and database model in your guide. Like this one right here. Okay. Do a quick review of the model. Let's check it out. Will someone explain to me using the model where your database is represented? Lead generation, relationship management, or client and referral group?
Which one are databases?
Yes. Where your database is represented. Either lead generation, relationship management, or client and referral group.
Relationship.
I would say that.
Yes. Correct. Your database is all about relationship management. The relationships you build and develop will grow your business through new, repeat, and referral business. Your database is key to your business and does a lot for you. For one, a database keeps you organized so you can run your business effectively and efficiently, which that's part of the people, systems, and leverage. A database keeps a comprehensive record of communication and the relationship through systemized communication. A database helps automate other tasks. A well-maintained database holds value and can be sold if you choose to retire or close the business. Build a big enough database. Yeah. Or you can do the 25% referral thing, yeah. Yeah.
So you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, just make the warm handoff. An organized and smart database sure beats a notepad of names or sticky notes, because you're gonna lose those. Or any other non-automated system, wouldn't you agree? I wrote lots of them down when I first started on napkins. Yes, I might have put
That's again where.
5% in there.
And have
Yes, another good thing on your phone, you know, you can do the voice thing.
the voice thing.
John Smith, phone number, yeah. Yeah.
They really have done a good job. Very powerful.
Okay, everybody seen this one before? Have you looked at this in command? Okay, that's another tough one. It's hard to put everything in there, but if you do it systematically, and like I said, you take time to do this, this is one of the things that, you know, you can check on, you know, when you set that time aside. But you should definitely set the time aside to do that. 2 to 3 times a week. If you only have a half hour here and a half hour there, set some time aside. You've learned that command is a smart database that Keller Williams makes available to you. How many of you have gotten into command already? All 3 of you, right? Good deal. Very smart. Command is a database of names and contact information, like the contacts in your phone, and with a lot more information. The goal tracker. You enter goals for yourself for the month and year and will track your activities. conversation, conversion rates, and projected income. Task manager to track all the things you're committed to completing in lead generation and transaction management. Marketing suite of newsletters, postcards, other mailers, presentations, so social media posts. Command really can do a lot for you. And it's really easy. Like I said, I send out monthly postcards
Mhm.
and we design it in Canva. And then we upload it on here and you can pick, like one of them, I pick the names in my database. Another one, you can go in there and you can pick like your neighborhood or an area you want to work. You can pick an address, you do a radius around it. You can even select like I only want starter homes. You can pick like square footage up to 1,600 square foot, 2 to 3 bed, and the price range and everything in a certain area.
I'm gonna go address them for you.
You're
Names,
doing that-
addresses, everything.
You're doing that in Command.
Yeah, easy. My son does it for me now, and he might spend 15 minutes on
I
it,
love that.
designing the whole thing and all that stuff. It used to take me like 3 hours.
I know, it's a lot in Command, and I
Yeah.
think that's part of it, that you have to figure out what's all in there and how it can be used, just
Yeah.
like you're mentioning right now. I mean, I know about Canva. And if you upload it to Command, but then you're going in Command and doing what else? I mean, you have
Yeah.
to know how to do that in order to make it work for you.
Right.
Make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go in there and, yeah, it'll send the postcards. I mean, you can even choose the size of the postcards. I do the medium size, not the
So
jumbo
when you
jumbo.
do this, you choose postcards, are you choosing them in Canva? Is that what you're doing?
I'm making in Canva,
You're
yeah,
making it in Canva.
yeah,
And then you're uploading it to Command.
yeah.
And so what's the other part you said you send out to?
And it'll walk you through it. It's pretty easy. I cannot remember all the steps because my son's been doing it for me lately. But yeah, you can put, what's on the front, what's on the back, and it'll tell you how much space you have for, the addresses, and, your address. So it'll say you can't put anything in this area. If you try to put something there, either words or a picture, it'll let you know.
But you're doing the addresses in Command.
Yes,
Is that it?
doing the addresses. What I do is you can go in there and you pick sphere of influence, like whoever's in your database,
Okay,
and then go through and pick out the names you want them to go to. Because I don't send it to everyone in my database.
gotcha.
But I'll walk you through that sometime.
Okay.
We'll, because that's a whole thing. Yeah, but it's really good, because like I said, once you get to a certain point, it's pretty quick.
Yeah, that's a good situation.
Oh, yeah.
That's really good to know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know about Canva, I know Keller Williams was supposed to have some kind of relationship with Canva, has that happened yet?
It's supposed to happen in the third quarter. We are in the third
Oh,
quarter. So. And.
I wasn't gonna say anything. Yeah, it's supposed to happen. Yeah. Okay, here we go. See where we at. Okay. Oh, yeah. Referral network to connect with agents everywhere to give and receive referral client leads. You can even do that. Like, she's from Georgia. Or knows people in Georgia. She sent some things out to people down there. And somebody said that they raised their hand, so she got a referral from an agent in Georgia. Just 25%.
Right, and.
So it's really good. Command is ever evolving too. This is a great time to remind you to take the on-demand series called Command Your Business on Connect, and to refer back to the Ignite reference guide for step-by-step instructions for building your business in Command. Okay. Okay, turn to this page, the 4 laws of database. we're gonna cover this a little bit later, but. Now you know the why of using the database. Remember, your database is your business. Let's talk about how you will make this happen. The 4 laws to help your database and business thrive are: build a database, feed it every day, communicate in a systematic way, service all the leads that come your way. And we'll discuss all these things, in more detail a little bit later. So don't worry about it. Okay, any ahas on what we've covered so far?
I think, my biggest one is that. Even when you think you tapped the potential of demand, there's always something.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's why there's a lot of people, when you first start out, I did it too. I paid for some leads, which
Oh, you did?
it's okay. Yeah, a lot of people do. Let's see. Tried door knocking. I tried open houses. I tried all the things to see what's stuck. But if you can build a big enough database and you work on that, I mean, there's lots of agents that just do their database. You can do events through your database.
What did you find that, I don't know, but that was most useful for you from door knocking, open house, and all of that? Yeah, I mean, and were you, when you first became an agent, were you working also, or you just?
I did it for only 2 months, and then I realized I couldn't do both. I was working 3rd shift at Woodford.
Yeah,
So, during the day, people want to see, I'd have somebody call me at 10 o'clock. Well, that's when I'm sleeping.
yeah,
I mean, I get home about 8 o'clock, I'm in bed a little while after that. So, yeah, it just got to be too much. But, I've nowadays, and door knocking works for some people, it's good to go door knocking like the area you want to work in to meet a few people. Now, don't be discouraged with only
I want to answer.
5 people, 5%, 5 out of 100 people answer. It's good to go to events that are in that neighborhood. Like if they're having garage sales, neighborhood garage sale, that's a better way. You get to meet people, or an event like at a school, or some little thing where you can set up a small table, get to meet people and stuff. If you have an HOA, get involved in that, that type of stuff. Okay. Okay. Turn back to the 4 laws of your database. The first law is to build your database. You've already started doing this during your night through your phone calls you've been making, conversations you had when you're having them, and the other success system activities, your 10-5-1, stuff like that. And of course, we recommend Command as your database because it's available at no extra cost. It's powerful, and like Heather said, it's ever evolving.
we kind of pay them.
What's that?
Pay.
You pay for it? Yeah,
Yeah,
you're paying your monthly bill, but. Okay,
yeah,
the first names to put in your database are your sphere of influence, SOI, the people you thought about in session 5. Family, friends, co-workers, people you encounter regularly. There's a basic set of information that you should be gathering from each person. Like I was mentioning earlier, the basic level of each contact should be name, of course, contact info, phone, email, address, past record of business with you, if any notes, their blood type. No, I'm just kidding. That's blood type. Just kidding. Don't go that far.
They're really like,
That'd be, my blood type is UII, see you. There's several ways to add contacts to command for the first time. You can go to answers.kw.com and search for Ignite Reference Guide. What was that?
Say that again. Repeat what you just said about the reference guide.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Answers.kw.com.
Oh, I just said BYE. You said BYI.
What? So are those?
Bye. Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, it is Kentucky. I have tough time spelling.
So
E-Y-E.
the answer
Almost
is
in-
for KW.
Yeah, answers.kw.com.
Okay.
That's, you can learn ways to add to your database. Well, what else?
They
May
got
be
some
great
great
to collect on your
video, they got
contacts.
some great videos out there too.
Oh, yeah, yeah. What else would be good?
Where they work,
Yeah,
birthday. Oh, wait. Where's the part?
yes. No, we're just talking about the three basic things.
Name, contact.
Yeah, other good things, birthdays, where they work.
Kids' names, spouses'
Things
names,
about them.
stuff about them.
Yeah.
Um, what they do for work, you know, their occupation. Yeah. And another good one is, do they own or rent? You know, and I did that also, people that are renting. I thought, well, you know, but they will buy eventually, and they're a good client, you know, first time home buyer. Put them in your system. And you know, you can put tags on there like renter.
Yeah.
You know, so you can go through there every now and then, okay, I want to send a postcard, or I want to send a text or an email, or call these people with certain information. So you just click, you know, filter it for renters, then you send them some stuff, you know, about like the value of home ownership, that type of stuff. Because you don't want to send, the good thing, the tags, and the tags help you remember, because you don't want to send a renter something about fall maintenance kits. You can, but it really doesn't, you know, pertain to that, and vice versa. You don't want to send, you know, stuff you would send to renters to homeowners. Some stuff you can, it's similar, you know, and it helps, but some stuff. And who's heard of the Ford questions? FORD? No, you had that. Have you heard of it? No.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll get you we have a paper for that, but,
I have, but
yeah. Ford stands for family,
Occupation.
O stands for occupation, R stands for what, Kirby? Yep, recreation, and D is for dreams. There's a piece of paper and it gives you quick, like occupation, what type of drive, what type of job you have, you know, how long you've been working there.
that's the
Yeah, it's good conversation starter. Yeah. Command makes it easy to build a database. Enter contacts manually in either Command or the Command app. Sync contacts with Command from third-party systems like Google Contacts, Android phone, or iCloud or iPhone. Import contacts into Command using the Command import template or an import-export template from another system. And now, do not get discouraged about, because it can, it can get overwhelming, but don't let it get overwhelming. Just like we were talking about earlier, set time aside and decide what things. Some people learn better if they learn a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here. Some people want to learn the whole thing of one thing. You know, the whole system for one, like the postcards. We'll learn that completely and how to do all that. Some people learn a little bit about different things. Okay. You can easily add personal details to each contact. You have the ability to add notes about your communication with them, which is another great system, and personalize each with tags. Command comes with several built-in tags with the option to customize your tags. You can even create your own tags, like the occupation. You know how if you work with a lot of nurses, you tag nurses, and then a good thing to send them on Nurses Day. Okay, you know,
Yeah.
little touches like that, it makes a big difference. Yeah. Yep. Let's practice entering one of our contacts into command. Everybody on their command homepage.
Mhm.
Okay. And you can add yourself in there.
I did that.
Did,
I did.
that. But
It's a good thing too, because when you send an email out, you can send it to yourself, or if you want to send it to yourself first, then you just send it to yourself and like, you open it up, no. That wasn't what I thought.
Let me ask you a question. Is there a way, if you make a mistake and you want someone out of there to
Archive.
You can archive them, yeah.
Gotcha.
Why would you want them out of there?
It's like, it's a duplicate, like, for
Okay.
some reason, the
Alright.
system must have, I must
I'll
have been
show
working,
you.
I must have been working faster than the system one day. And I was like, why didn't her name show up? So I did it again, and then when it came up, it's like, I have her in there twice, so.
Yeah, there's a thing on there that says,
Yeah, and
add
there,
new contact or something.
yeah.
When you're adding them in there, and it'll add it twice. Not when you're already in there adding somebody,
Mhm.
there's a question down there, I can't remember what it is.
you could.
Oh.
Look this.
Like when you're putting in a spouse,
Uh-huh.
it'll automatically create that. And if you're already like, you go to put them in later, then it'll be a duplicate. But yeah, sometimes duplicates do happen, but yeah, you can archive them. Definitely.
But the archive is kind of,
Yeah. And if you change your mind later,
Mhm.
like archive somebody like, oh, I shouldn't have, you can bring them back.
got
Bring them back, yeah, on board.
Resurrect them.
Yes. Okay, so has everybody, you've added contacts before, so everybody has, right?
Yeah.
You have them, good. All right, so. Check out Command Your Database on Connect. Or like I said earlier, you can go to answers.kw.com. And if you'd like to know more about building your database, check out online on-demand course, Build a $1 Million Database and Own Your Future, within the series named No Ceilings, Level Up Your Lead Generation. Before we move on, any ahas? Have you listened to your time to speak? Come on, hit me with something. Okay. Well, thank you. Guess I gotta buy you lunch now. Okay, turn.
I just gotta keep telling you how good you're doing.
Exactly. We have an agreement.
Let me ask you, can I ask you a question?
Yes, if it pertains to
So-
this. And as long as you're not asking me like, what's my favorite color or something.
Oh, when you're in here, you context and there's a lead source, and it's like, I'm guessing where you got this from, but. I mean,
Yeah.
if there's just. Here's your lead source, so here's my contact,
Yeah.
her email and her phone number, and then you got lead source. And then you click on there.
Scroll down.
I think there's probably, maybe that's it. Oh, I didn't see anymore.
Oh, no. Go there
Mhm.
and then scroll down. There you go.
Well, yeah, it stops.
Yeah, it only does so many
Yes.
times, yeah.
So what do you recommend putting for someone like that, that's a friend or someone that you work with, because there's no like coworker or anything like that? Yeah. Friends not in there, I think calling might be the last one. Buyer.
And more than that. And some source. What I would put in there, then I'd put friend slash over. That lets you know.
Creative.
Yeah, sure. See, when you did F, go back. And just put F on there. Okay, well, see, there's more on there, so I don't know why it only says.
Why it's not.
Going back, yeah.
There's Facebook,
Should have
fire.
You are. Or
You mean get rid of the F?
no,
Oh,
you have R. Okay,
Create
yes, so I would put friend slash coworker.
gotcha.
It's kind of like the tags, you can create your own. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, good, then it's in there, so next time you go to do it, maybe.
Yeah, that's good.
And
And if you have questions about your database, when you're in there, you can go to, there's all kinds of tutorials in there and everything, in command. And if not, then call Steven. He's your PC coach, right? Call him and make him work. The second law is to feed your database. Who remembers from the previous session, what are the two pathways for feeding leads, contacts into your database?
Well, I was there.
What's that? Yeah. What do you do when you're out there? Marketing is like sending stuff to people.
Yeah.
What's the other way you do it?
Spit.
When you're meeting people and stuff,
Conversation.
prospecting,
Prospect.
yeah. Calling, meeting people, all that kind of stuff. So it's prospecting and marketing. What does feed your database mean?
Feeding it means to put more context into it, lead generation.
What happens, when
When you put data.
you feed something?
It
You
grows.
grow.
Exactly, yeah,
But I like that idea that you had, like, when you add tags and things like that, because there's someone who's a renter, I now want to get,
right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
stuff about fall maintenance. So there's
Right.
A lot of people that might want to get that, and that's another way to kind of keep in contact.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Cause there's nothing worse than sending somebody something and it doesn't really pertain to them, and they're like, huh, they really don't know me. You know? You know what I'm saying? If you send them, you don't wanna send a mechanic something on Nurses Day. Yeah.
We
And
can
that's-
get off of that.
No, they fix cars too, it's like, well, fix people, and then I didn't fix cars.
There you go. If you can tie it to something like that, then that'll be another touch point, yeah. Okay, this law about adding people to your database, just as we discussed yesterday. First, you add all the people you know, your sphere of influence, and the people you encounter regularly. You add your dentist, your children's teachers, your coworkers, and people you know from the neighborhood. The rest of your feed comes from what?
Feed.
Yes, lead generating,
It comes from you updating everything. Putting in
lead
notes.
generating. Lead generating, yeah. It encompasses that. Everything's kind of similar, but they're not the same. In the previous section, you learned the difference between prospecting and marketing. You also explored different ways to prospect in your everyday life and through your sphere.
So with that, I was going to say that earlier. Dustin and I were talking on Friday with the lead generating. It's not just who you know. So for example, he was mentioning that you may have family members that you have maybe a phone number, but you don't have an email. Or you obviously they're their family member, but you may not have any way to contact them. So contacting another family and saying, hey, I'm trying to get in touch with so and so, do you have a up-to-date phone number? And then calling that person and saying, hey, we haven't caught up in a long time. What's new with you? This is what's new with me. Can I get a good email? What's your, when I send out a
lots of
family
ways.
Christmas card, I want,
Yeah,
address.
when y'all do, well, skill set later. Okay. Prospecting is actively seeking leads and building relationships through your conversations. Prospecting is cost effective and you are able to directly hear if and when the person is able, ready, and willing to do business. Marketing is passive pathway for feeding your database. You're putting information out in print or via social media, for example, for waiting for leads to seek you out. Who might your sphere refer you to?
Their friends.
Yeah. 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 Neighbor. Just about anybody, really. You know, their dentist. How do you ensure that your sphere will refer you? Asking for it, you have to ask for the referral, reminding them that you're in business. You know, you'd love the opportunity to talk to anybody, that's thinking about, real estate. By explaining how to give you a referral, there's a way to do that also. Sharing how important it is to you. You're hungry, you need to pay bills. Just kidding.
It's me. You're talking to me.
Calm down, Gary. You're too funny. By thanking them with words and even a gift for a referral. The good thing to do too with a referral, they send you a referral, it's good to send them a thank you. If you can afford it, you can send them a little $10 Starbucks card.
Mhm.
And then also during the transaction, you can reach out to them and say, hey, we're at such and such a point. Just wanted to give you an update, really appreciate the referral.
Okay, I would check on that because when I talked to Bo about doing that for one of my referrals, he said that's not.
Oh,
Wait, one of your referrals,
No, sending a gift card for getting a referral from a friend. I would check with both, because when I wanted to
Oh,
do
they have to
that,
be licensed.
yeah,
Yeah,
So what's the
You have to
detail,
be-
what's the details
Yes.
about that? So tell us what it is, so.
because you can't be paying outside referrals, that's like.
Right. right.
To someone who's unlicensed,
But you can give them a
So
little,
if
yeah,
if a friend says.
but not for a referral,
right,
so
yeah.
you just have to be very careful with that.
Yeah.
You can't say.
But all of a
definitely,
sudden,
but-
you're just giving them a gift card just because I like you,
Yeah,
but you don't
that's
say
what you say.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it can't.
Yeah,
like-
they're not licensed, you're
Yeah,
not supposed to give them
it's.
any
it's not.
rewards.
Don't say it's for referral.
Yeah. I wanted to see if you catch that. Good job, Heather.
I'm paying attention, I'm learning.
By thanking them,
We're gonna go talk to Bo afterwards.
but see, it says right there, by thanking them with words and even a gift or
Yeah, but we have to be careful with that. See, Jackie's coming.
Well, hello,
I'm not here, I'm just walking around.
She heard about this buying referral.
Jackie. If you're not careful, she'll put a boot in. Your sphere generally wants to help you and you can easily feed your database with referrals from them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Jackie.
Oh, good morning, everyone.
I'm paying attention.
There are other ways you can feed your database. Encourage the people you know to write a testimonial about you or a review of the service you've provided them in the past. When you post these on social media through your agent site or in any form of marketing, you may attract leads. Offer an item of value related to real estate on social media and people opt in to receive it from you. This could be real estate update on the market in your area or their area, which conveniently is already created for you in Command. Raise your hand if you have a friend,
Hey, but
okay?
Oh.
Family member? Anybody have family members?
so, that's a few.
Anybody have business contact? People you work
Will
with?
you do my business? You guys.
No go, Heather.
Is it good to put your business contacts as well, because you can put tags in there for them, maybe because there was a request. On, I don't know, an app or whatever, someone was looking for an electrician, and I know a fantastic electrician.
That's when you need to jump all over that.
I did,
Yeah,
I put it out there.
oh, yeah,
Yeah, so
you need to
are they
ask.
also part of your contacts in your?
Yes, they're your vendors.
Yes.
Another good thing, that's another good touch point. You can reach out to those people like that good electrician and say, hey, is it okay if I tell other people, if I refer you to other people?
Uh-huh.
And how many people are gonna say no?
Well, yeah, I already did that, but yeah, I've done it before, so yeah, I know
Yeah.
I was okay with it, so
Yeah,
yes.
but it's another touch point and they remember that you're referring people,
Yeah, same thing with,
you know?
mortgage lender,
Oh, yeah, plumbers,
I introduced
anything.
my daughter to that I met at Talon Winery when they had the event out there. And that was so fun.
I did too.
You did it? I didn't know was it fun?
I was there, I didn't stay too long.
Oh, I didn't see you guys, sorry. But I would have said hi, because of course I didn't recognize anyone, but yeah.
I saw that letter, but
Oh,
I really recognized.
I,
Yeah, and I hung out with Shonda.
yeah. I don't know
Like she-
where you
like
went
she-
today, you were.
Ask them if they can write a testimonial for you
Testimonial. The testimonial on your.
or a
Google.
review.
Oh,
It can be a testimonial. That's a testimonial.
just seems. Official.
Well, yeah,
Do you like?
testimonial or review. Hey, I'm trying to be serious up here, okay?
Usually do that, but it's like.
You can send it, that's another good touch point to anybody, and like it says, it doesn't have to be somebody that you did business with. You just reach out to family and friends. and they can post on there for you on Google. You can also. You can. You can either send a link, directly guide them to it, but you need to tell them, hey, I'm sending this link, this is me, some people. Yeah, there's different ways, but ask them about that. Because it doesn't just have to be, Linda's a wonderful person, but don't ask her to do gardening or something, no, but they can, yeah. Wonderful resource, anything, they can say all kinds of nice things about you. Because I've just had somebody say the other day to me that I hadn't met, and I went on the buyer representation, and midway through, he said, well, you do have a lot of good Google reviews. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. So it does work.
Okay.
Focus on your sphere first, since they're your cheerleaders. Even though you may not have closed transactions, or may only be working towards your first few, you can still leverage testimonials and reviews as you build and establish those relationships. Okay, turn to your feed your database testimonials and reviews page in your guide. Heather's start calling her Heather on the spot. It's all over it.
I'm prepared.
Okay, yes, you are. Okay, since there's only 3 of you, get an idea of other areas of business or customer service related to real estate.
It's here that we're looking at.
Number
Okay.
32. Oh, no. No.
Yeah, you're right, and I'm way down here with the 1, 2, 3.
You find it?
I did, but I'm just saying, I wasn't at 32, I was way down there because I was following what he was doing, so those slides.
Oh, those one? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's third. A little off.
no worry.
What's a little off?
See what they remember what.
Yeah, because where he was.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
1, 2, 3,
yeah.
That's further down.
Yeah.
So I was, that's.
Yeah, just go by the pictures, because.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find it, 'cause I was like, oh, because I'm going in order.
All right.
Probably like updated.
Okay, some topics could include responsiveness and attentiveness. Think about your value proposition from day 4, along with any job experience, previous job experience. Let's see. Sit at y'all and brainstorm, right? Come up with some people, other areas of business or customer service. That could give you your testimony.
I
Like
mean,
those
what about
words,
people,
those words right there, like you can, reach out to them and.
about somebody you work with or whatever, like, in the role that I'm in now, I mean. Some of the relationship building that I do, my full-time job is still over into real estate. It's the same thing, because I work with businesses statewide, to, obtain internships for the client population that we work with, and they are 18 to 23 current and former foster youth. And so you have to reach out to the businesses kind of to sell the program, because we pay the wages, and
Yeah,
so we're trying to get them in your business or like an internship to learn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's one of the things that's really good for me, is that communicating with the businesses once we have them on board, even before, and trying to recruit them, is, kind of making sure that they're aware of all the program activities,
Oh, yeah.
responsibilities, reaching out when they need help with you know, a participant that might not be coming to work and just having those conversations. So it's all intertwined, cause I was thinking, yeah, well, shoot, if I can get 20, I was just, well, look, I worked with 20, we had 20 people in the internship this summer, and I worked with the Park District, I worked with the Humane Society, I worked with all of these businesses, and it's just like,
It's
all of
endless.
those people.
Yeah, it's endless. Yeah, your database should have about 5,000 in it, and we'll get finished. But, yeah,
See, I'm that, I know I'm in
yeah,
that
you don't
way,
want 5,000 in.
but I don't
That's
want
too
the
hard.
people in my database that I work with and that they cross over.
Okay.
They're crossing over.
Now write down 5 names that you're gonna ask for a testimonial or review from. Write them down, because I want y'all to check. I
John,
want y'all to put a check mark by there as you do.
Okay,
Hold yourself accountable, and then I'll ask next time I see y'all.
okay, I'll talk to someone, I'll make my daughter do it.
Mom, my dad.
Wait a minute. No, I got my job coach, she's on board, cause I'm her.
I was gonna say, just don't say mom. Tell her to use, Linda does such stuff, and just use, tell her to use her first name, no last initial, she doesn't have to do any of that.
Right.
What do you do when someone writes a testimonial or review for you?
I don't know, when you done.
Send him a
so
thank
what do
you.
we- Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
Don't give them.
Thank them. You thank them, express gratitude for helping to build your business.
take them to coffee.
No
What do you
gifts.
say, Kirby? I couldn't get, what,
No kids.
She said no gifts.
right, no gifts.
The other way. It's like a phone call or text message.
Yeah, it's many touch points.
Yeah.
Thanking them and then saying, hey, I'm wrong, coffee. You're not paying them for the referral, you're meeting.
Okay, so I'm meeting with them, and then if I pay for their coffee, is that the same thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
Remember to leverage any testimonials or reviews on social media and your agent site, or even as part of your pre-listing listing packet that you use on appointments. And of course, nowadays, yeah, everybody goes to the internet, checks things out, so. Okay, any ahas?
No, that's cool.
Okay.
I just realized that.
The third law is communicate. What'd you say?
I didn't realize that we asked our spirit. No reviews, definitely.
Yeah.
Take advantage.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You can ask other agents. Yeah,
You
friends
guys,
or anybody. Yeah, yeah,
you put one online, I'll put one of yours.
there you go. There you go, that's the gift.
Yeah.
That's the gift. That keeps on giving.
That's.
The third law is to communicate with your database. In the previous session, you learned about the importance of relationships in real estate, along with the different ways you can communicate with your database. Called touches. Communicating with your database will be accomplished through those touches, and you will pair those with meaningful, relevant, and timely information. It's a whole system, Linda. Yes. Right.
So I have a
Yeah,
question. So you said something about sending in the links like to Google, whatever, but how do those testimonials get to your website?
You have to,
Send them.
you have to put them in there, I think.
Right.
Yeah, copy and paste. Yeah, you can do them through that, but usually,
On the website? Or what?
Yeah,
you'll learn it.
yeah,
It's,
I can't do that, cause that has to be done some of the way. Is your picture?
okay, yeah, she can help with some things. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to rush it. I don't mean to rush you. We've got 50 pages. I'm halfway through and we got 30% time left,
Yes.
but we've had a good class,
We have.
right?
I, yes. So,
Yeah. Just go fast.
Okay. To succeed at a high level in real estate sales, you must commit to frequent contact with the database with the intent of building close relationships. Real estate is a contact sport. Need to have all the contacts and need to contact. Keep top of mind. You must commit to frequent contact. How long must you commit to building relationships? But you,
10 years?
there's no time frame.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm maybe not.
Forever, forever while you're in business. We'll discuss the model and systems for doing this in the next segment on lead follow-up. The way you communicate with your database will depend on whether it's with leads or contacts. And remember that in Ignite, we are focusing on our attention on relationship building and strengthening your contacts. Our sphere, those whom we have permission to have two-way conversation. Remember, that's the difference in the lead and your sphere. As you establish and build relationships and learn more about a person's motivations, dreams, interests, and goals, you will categorize or segment people into common interests so that everyone is receiving communication that matters for them, like we were talking about earlier. Information that is meaningful and feels personal is information that they're more likely to respond to.
That's where your tags come in. Really.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are some segments or categories you might already naturally have in your database? An easy one is homeowners versus renters. We discussed that earlier. How about those with children versus those without? I even have it on mine. I have a few families that have twins. I even have that in there. Twin boys, twin girls, and I got one that have twins, one boy, one girl. Can't remember. Yeah. There's all kinds of different things, you know, there's nowadays, you know, there's National Twin Day or any of that kind of stuff. But the twins thing is their birthday hits will be for both of them. And if you send out a birthday card, you want to send each one, you know, yeah. You don't want to send one out to Sam and leave little Billy off of there. Well, he might be upset. Oh,
Yeah.
don't upset Billy.
Sending us stickers to the. I think another one would be interests. If you have a bunch of people that are interested
Yep.
in pickleball or bowling
I have that, yes.
Or golf.
Yep.
or golf.
I have one in there for not just because of myself, but bourbon, because there's always bourbon events going on. You know, or you can send them a thing about, you know, the bourbon lovers, hey, did you see this new bourbon coming out? Or, you know, there's always events, there's touch points.
Garden. Like,
Yeah.
you could go into,
Yeah, gardening, yeah. Because gardening, you know, it's almost year round. Yeah,
the like mini mart or
yep.
whatever.
What do you do once you have those segments?
Then you can search in command by that tag
Yes,
and send out
but
an
you
email.
get them in segments and then you tag them. Yeah, and then you do that. Yep. Yep,
Um,
categorize systems.
be like, prepping,
Look at the list you just generated. Since people are more likely to respond when the information you send and communicate directly impacts them, it's important to purposely segment your database so the target message appeals to them. Keep in mind that this is not set in stone. It is flexible and will change as your database and your relationships grow and develop. People may belong in multiple segments of your database, and that is perfectly acceptable, which the majority of people will. They'll have multiple, segments on there and everything. Potential additional segmentation could include, and are not limited to, client, past client, VIP, referral client, specific hobbies or interests like we talked about, military, veteran, property types, etc.
Yeah.
Very important.
Very important.
Now,
So
but that's,
Well, I know what it means, but.
yeah, I know, I was gonna tell you, go ahead, Heather, take it away.
If they do send you a referral.
When it's people that send you referrals and that love on you, stuff like that. Like, you might have people that might send you 2 referrals. Those are people you want to send more gifts to.
Yeah.
Those are people, if you do have an event, you want to make sure you include them.
And that's what happens with the Facebook thing, where she
Yeah.
turned and did it for
Yeah.
and sent.
Yeah. Yeah.
That person. Yeah, she's a speaker.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the things that kind of led me to Keller Williams, because when we moved here and we were trying to buy a house, we were in Georgetown and we met Tricia. And just that meeting, and she got our contact information, and I get these gifts, I get these little things, and she dropped things off, on the mail. Once we got this Kringle, that sucker was so good. I mean, it was like around Christmas time, and I was like, oh my God, who's this?
One of our biggest event, you haven't been here yet for the Pie Day, have you? Yeah, the Pie Day event. I can't tell you, they get these pies, and they're about that big, not exaggerating. Huh?
Are they from Missy's Pies?
I don't know, but she
Bigger
was
place than that. Just down the road.
connecting and trying to get our business. So
Mhm.
that was
They
a
are
good
delicious.
connection.
So
Maybe-
good. My dad buys them.
So when I got here and I was
Yeah.
looking at the wall, and I was gonna reach out, and I was like, oh, yeah, there's Tricia. And then Joseph is, I was like, what do I do? So
She just, that's wonderful.
These segments,
that.
we're gonna talk about that later. These segments too can become tags so you can easily search your database to pull up past clients, VIP, renters, etc., in order to communicate directly to them with information that brings value to your lives. Okay, let's see. Don't do it. Okay, same thing. She'll talk to you about it later.
I'm sure she will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you for caring. I appreciate that,
You're
right?
welcome.
Because we don't do enough of that nowadays.
No.
We're all out for sex.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Okay, the messaging to segments should be relevant to likes, dislikes, interests, or based on past interactions with you. Even though the words and topics of your messaging will change, there are some things that will remain consistent no matter what segment you're communicating with. Your messaging matches the motivation of that segment, uncovers if they are able, ready, and willing, and the time frame they are looking to do business in includes a call to action, elicits an immediate response, direct or indirect, tells the person receiving the message how to contact you, helps the clients know what they would choose, why they would choose to contact you in the current market, and what they get if they do. They get the best agent out there, right? Right?
They do.
Your messaging needs a method, a way to be communicated. When communicating with your database, this will come from your targeted marketing, also known as your touch campaigns, which we will dig deep into in the lead follow-up segment. Okay. Dude, you need to back off a little bit. Okay. That's Gary. Have you met Gary? Yeah. Yeah. Gary Keller himself. The Gary Keller. He's wearing the purple wig
Yeah, I see.
That's why.
for
she
bold,
said
for bold, which we'll discuss that later. Okay, we'll dig deeper in upcoming sessions on both 19 to contact, Ignite session 11, and 36 to convert, Ignite session 12. Now let's brainstorm items of value. When you communicate, regardless of the message, segment, or touch, you always pair that communication with value. Here's some of the leads and touches. Okay, some items of value might be items like market statistics, which we talked about earlier. Seasonal prep checklist for homeowners, we talked about that over the fall. Real estate forecasting data. I see a home in your future. Yeah,
Yeah.
schedule of local events and festivals. That's another good one. That's another good one. Yeah. You can easily get on there and see festivals, in the area, and fall festivals they're fixing to start hitting. Halloween, there's so many things, there's so many touch points. That's the thing in bold that we do. There's a whole, I think it's like 3 pages of different people, and then there's pages about different events. Okay. What are some other ways you'd like to have received? What are some other ways that in the past are things you'd like to have received?
Received from.
From someone else that would help you, like a paper shredding event. Yeah. Free kittens at the local shelter. No, we don't want a kitty cat. Everybody say yes. Or dog, free puppies.
Okay, I'll go. I'll
Okay.
go with that. I'm
Okay,
good with that. With puppies.
don't be a cat
Just
hater.
put out there something about a free. Some
Yeah.
cats or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. There's always different ways to touch people and contact them and. Okay, like we said, local points of interest, Chamber of Commerce information, that's a good one. And you can join the Chamber of Commerce. Or like I said earlier, if you have an HOA, that's more local, hyper focused. Preferred vendor lists. Like you said, the electrician, send some of those out. Homestead exemption form and general property tax information. Local events. Set these touches up through smart plans in command and use designs to create direct mail and social media campaigns to keep in touch. That's another thing. You can use designs in command. You don't have to do it in Canva. Yeah, there's ways to do it. You can upload pictures in there, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of goodies.
Yeah, there's a whole. I'm gonna team with the main.
Yeah.
Doing there.
Do you see now how a database becomes a data bank? When you continually communicate matters of importance to the recipients. What naturally happens as you build relationship and continually show value? What naturally happens? You grow. What else grows? Business grows.
Business goes. Mm-hmm. Your referral network grows.
Yeah. You're top of mind, so people remember you, so when, you know, they're having dinner with a colleague or something. And they mention something about they were looking at a house. You know, your friend, if you're top of mind, you build that relationship and, oh yeah, Linda sells those things. Look at all her Google reviews. Yeah. People choose to do business with you. That's what we're after. What naturally happens when you build a database, consistently feed it and neglect the communicating part? And you don't communicate with people.
Right.
Yeah. Have you bought a house?
Have I bought a house?
Yeah. It's been a while.
For our current house, we've been in there, almost 4 years.
Do you remember the agent? Does the agent keep in touch with you?
No.
Oh, okay. But you remember them for your good service,
Yeah,
for their good service.
Or was it a nightmare? You remember?
no, it wasn't a nightmare, but I think I mentioned this before in another session that we were coming from another state, and so we had a house to sell.
Oh, that's
My husband
why,
was
yeah.
living, he had the job at UK and we had to move here, and it was that time when there were, people were putting an offer and there'd be like 50 offers on one house, right?
Yeah.
It was that craziness, that crazy
Yeah.
time, but for a while there, I was like, are you really up to this? Cause it's like, it seems like you're busy. So we just had to kind of come into Jesus and sat down and said, look, this is what we need. Are you able to meet our needs or whatever? If not, that's okay. We can move on to someone else.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we ended up finding our house because we went to an open house and then we communicated with her. And then she brokered the deal or whatever. But then she's also an agent that I've referred. My daughter bought a house. My daughter in Louisville bought
There
a
you
house
go.
from them.
Yeah.
And our friend, he bought a house, so she was the agent for all of them, so.
You've essentially wasted your time lead generating and putting your contacts in your database because there is no guarantee that people will think of you when they have a real estate need. In other words, your database will not be a data bank. And by the way, the most important communication you can make is the personal phone call. People remember that.
Yeah.
Everybody gets texts, everybody gets emails. Each person in your database gets 4 calls a year. It's called the DT. Do the database each quarter. Well, it's 2
If
letters.
you need one,
Once a quarter, that's reasonable, isn't it? Make one of them a happy birthday call, which means you'll need to put their birthday in your database. Any ahas from that? I think there were several of them because you were talking about it, right? All the referrals. That's what you're looking for, right? A warm handoff is a lot easier than, yeah, someone you don't know. But, don't not go after those either. I'm just saying it's a little easier. The final law is to service all leads that come your way. This will continue in the form of strong lead follow-up programs, which you will get into on day 10 of Ignite. Since you'll be getting into all the details then, today we will get you started with the basics. Your job is to build a community and serve the community. A database is not only a container of information, it's your business. Your life. That's why I say you need to set time aside. That's what I was saying earlier, Kirby, to go ahead and put those names in there and yeah. Because if you wait too long, you forget some items, like the notes. you know, where you met them, all that type of stuff. Gary Keller thinks of it this way: my job is to connect with you, put you in my database, and be your realtor for life. He thinks of the database as community that he serves, and he adds, the size of your community is determined by you. So the size of your growth is determined by you. You're in control. That's the difference of job like this, being an entrepreneur versus, 9 to 5. He thinks of his database as a community that he serves, and he adds, the size of your community is determined by you. It's a great reminder that real estate is a relationship business. Servicing your leads is a big part of building your community. Turn to your service all leads page. Turn to your service all leads page, Heather. Quit looking at kitty cat videos. Service all leads page. Yeah. Why do you think it is important to provide service to all your leads?
Service to all your leads means that you're providing value to them.
Why? Why would you do that?
Amazing. Because if you're not valuable, then there's no use. Go move on.
Exactly.
Find another agent that provides that value that
Exactly.
or answers the question.
Yeah, it's just another opportunity, right? To
Yep.
Create a connection and a contact with that. So
Exactly.
no matter if the lead doesn't, I always think it leads to something, even if you have the name.
Yeah.
And contact information, and maybe it doesn't work now, but maybe it works down the road. So if you don't capture that information, then you would have never had it in the first place, which can turn into something else down the road.
Right. Yep. A lead not followed up on becomes someone else's lead and source of business and income, just like y'all said. Good job. Provide value in general and through your real estate knowledge by volunteering information and following through on what you say will do. It's always good to, like, when I meet somebody, I'll say, I'll send my contact info, or I'll send a picture of my business card. That way you can put a face to a name later in case you forget. And when you send that, you say, here's my business card that I mentioned earlier, or that I mentioned I would send you earlier. So it's reinforcing that you're doing what you said, not just sending it to them. It is important to service all leads so you can know the source. Knowing how the lead was generated will be important for calculating your return on investment for your prospecting and marketing methods. Track the relationship. You will use your database to track conversations, interactions, etc., related to the transaction and relationship that helps to ensure your customers are serviced and converted into clients. You see, that's the biggest thing, a customer is a customer, a client is someone that's reaching out, that wants to work with. I did that at first too. I started putting everybody in there as client. Not everybody's your client. You need to convert them to a client. And you do that by
Representation.
marketing and all that good stuff, and doing what you say you'll do. Reward referrals. You will follow up with and reward the client who referred the new lead. Remember to reward the act of giving you the lead. Don't wait for the closing. The reward will help encourage the behavior, allowing your database to feed itself. Command makes it easy to service all the people in your database with whatever the need is. You may follow up by adding more to the contact record, update your tasks, launch additional smart plans, manage your referrals, and design all sorts of marketing materials, as well as your website. said the more you dig into command, like Heather was saying, the more you realize what it can do for you. It's a great system.
Great.
Yeah. There's help for this on Connect and Command. Have you gone to that yet?
Now,
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay, all right. Yeah. Don't lie to me, Kirby, haven't gone to it?
Slides.
Okay, all right, I'm just checking. Y'all lying to me now.
now Kirby, don't you be saying that now.
Check out Command your transactions for step-by-step simple instructions. Or go to the answers.kw.com and search Ignite Reference Guide for specific directions for specific tasks. Servicing all your leads means tracking them from introduction to closing and beyond. And that's why I say start out as soon as you can, because it can get overwhelming, but you don't want it to get overwhelming. Y'all need a break? We got 15 minutes left. Sure, good, okay. I didn't think y'all did. I'm like, yeah, no, they don't need a break. I mean, they're tough. Okay, how's about any of that? Well, you just discussed that. Okay. Training gets better with your feedback. Please give us yours.
This is where we say.
Yes,
Work.
yes, yeah, if you could, scan that. Oh, you're not following right now, but you're not scanning that.
No, I
That's the part right now, Linda. It's not looking at the kitty cat video.
No, I wasn't.
Okay,
I
all right.
actually found, saw some great information on Facebook. Like, Kentucky Housing Corporation is doing.
Oh, yeah,
a
a lot of good stuff on there.
uh,
A lot of good stuff.
Offering a lot of money.
We're Ohio Valley.
It didn't open for me the last one.
Here's another one for KW Cares.
Yeah, it kind of open. Now that one did, the screen before that. one?
Before that, let's go back then, because that's an
Okay, yeah,
important.
Go back, so I can get that, cause I tried to get it.
Although they can look at the session and see. How slick I was.
Hey, mommy,
Got it?
I got it.
All right. Okay, that's fine. Probably not. I figured that. On the instructor thing? Okay, yeah, I figured that.
Yeah, I added it to
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Well, I don't know if I should say thanks. Depends on what you put down.
the 5
Stars.
Out of 10? Yeah, Lee.
The first one's
Okay.
at 5, second one. 5.
Oh, okay. All right.
100%.
Okay.
Go your dad.
Okay.
I put 9.99999%.
This is close as you can get. Okay, we also have KW Cares. I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with that? The mission is together we empower, support, and uplift our KW family during times of hardship due to sudden emergency. KW Cares is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to servicing Keller Williams Realty Associates and their qualifying family members experiencing hardship as a result of sudden emergency, tornadoes, fires, all that good stuff. Illness in the family. Emergency grants up to $5,000 or life altering grants up to $30,000. I give to KW Cares, it's easy to. I have it set up in my transactions on my commission side to always give a certain amount on all mine, so I don't have to do that every time. It's an easy way to give. If everybody would do that, it would make a big difference. And it's just a little bit. But a little bit from a lot of people makes a difference. Okay, there's one for KW Next Gen. Mission is to empower and equip the next generation of leaders and entrepreneurs with the tools needed to remove limiting beliefs, take action, and live a big life. Like y'all are doing. Live a big life. We serve young professionals and entrepreneurs looking to grow personally, professionally, and financially.
Yeah.
Not you, Heather, sorry. No, I don't know what the age thing is there.
His name is not.
Jon Bentley, you just go all the way down to the
Oh,
bottom.
he's a-
And John without the H.
Okay.
Your brother's probably H.
Yeah.
Well, I was the seventh, the last one, and I tell everybody mom's tired. So she just used 3 letters instead of 4. Yeah.
So it's not shortened for Jonathan.
Nope.
Nice. I've only.
A
known
lot of
two
people think that, but it's not. Yeah,
But I've only had 3 other people that have John.
yeah.
It's not short.
Well, mom's tired.
Bentley, is that it?
Yes. Thank you. Well, I'll say that. Okay, thanks. Okay.
Keep going.
They provide interactive learning experiences that help budding entrepreneurs, college students, and next generation leaders define their personal mission to a successful life through self-development series or events, coaching, and scholarships. It's founded by the man, the myth, the legend, Gary Keller. 501c3 nonprofit helps you achieve your goals and live your best life through the quantum leap method.
I think you have to be
Knowledge.
under 25.
Yeah, so this is another one that's in command that you can give, you know, and if everybody gives a little, it'll add up to a lot. Yep. Okay, 4 laws of your database. Build a database, feed it every day, communicate systematically, and service all leads. Do you feel confident about building, feeding, communicating, and servicing your database? You've gotten some good points,
Yeah.
good things said. Okay, all right.
We'll talk.
Be buying you lunch every day for a month, won't I? Thank you. Now you have the tools and systems to create your business database. Understand the value of your database and will commit to maximizing how you use it.
Maximize.
Okay,
What was your question? Say that again?
I do the same thing. What was my question?
Distract.
Now you have the tools and systems to create your database. Your business database. I had a question. What?
No, I feel.
Oh, yeah, that was Joe. You missed it because you were paying attention to something else. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding you, Linda. I'm just kidding. Okay.
That's what.
Now you have the tools and systems to create your database, your business database, understand the value of your database, and will commit to maximizing how you use it. You can continue to build and feed your database and begin to communicate with and service the people in your database. To stay top of mind. An important step to take now that you have the understanding and tools, if you haven't already, is to begin to build and feed your business database. Take action today. Go to answers.kw.com and search for Ignite Reference Guide to see how to sync all your contacts.
You
We're
can
not going to do
also-
that now. You can do that later.
You can also in.
Yep. Okay. Trust in your database. Follow the 4 laws. Don't quit too soon. The 36 touch campaign takes time to yield results. It's not that's not gonna happen overnight. But it's worth it. Think long term. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
Always come from care and service. Leave people in a good place. The real estate business is a relationship business. Definitely. Definitely. Don't get discouraged if your database is not immediately yielding results you expect. Remember, don't quit too soon. Sometimes it can take 2 to 3 years to see a significant return. Eventually, your database will start to reward you. It can take over a year of contacting people using the 36 touch campaign to see consistent results. And now it's not hard to do 48. Some people do a 60 touch campaign. It is not immediate. Think in a mindset of long term. National Association of Realtors tells us that currently people are moving about every 7 to 10 years. Comes from care. The real estate business is also the relationship business. People do business with people they know, like, and trust, and it can take time to establish all 3, especially with a newbie.
Try.
As we wrap up the learning session, transition to our success system, let's do a quick review and capture our ahas. The big picture. Build your database, feed your database, communicate with your database, and service your database. How's your mindset now?
Better.
Don't say overwhelmed. Just learn what you can.
No.
Yeah, just learn what you
Because
can
that's
learn.
how it was in the beginning and
Yes.
I can. Because I am, like I said, got this full-time job.
Yes.
I have to think.
And what I
in
do,
increments,
but I have 5
otherwise
minutes
it
left.
It will get to be a lot.
Oh, yeah. And that's why I say you have to set a little bit of time aside. Thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for attending. Apparently, I have run out of time.
Do you not finish it?
Bye, everyone.
Is that bad? You are.